Welcome to Primitively, where we unpack the untold truths shaping our world. Today we dive into a defining moment in the Middle East, the ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon. For decades, Israel's military dominance shaped the region, but recent events mark a seismic shift. Is this the beginning of the end for Netanyahu's vision of a greater Israel? Or just another chapter in a cycle of conflict? Let's break it down. For years, Israel projected itself as a military giant. Its advanced air force, missile defense systems, and political alliances made it a formidable power. But today that myth is unraveling. The latest conflict has exposed cracks in its military strategy. Reports from Israeli media reveal outdated fighter jets, a depleted navy, and a missile defense system struggling to counter advanced rockets launched from Gaza and Lebanon. The Iron Dome, long hailed as an invincible shield, has been pierced, not just physically, but symbolically. Netanyahu, once Israel's strongman, now finds himself isolated. Domestically, he faces growing opposition, even from within his Likud party. Internationally, he's branded a war criminal, with over 120 countries refusing to engage with him diplomatically. Even his own promises of a stronger, united Israel ring hollow. The ceasefire with Lebanon isn't a show of strength, it's a retreat. A leader who once claimed to be invincible is now negotiating from a position of weakness. But Netanyahu's challenges go beyond internal politics. In Lebanon, resistance forces led by Hezbollah have fundamentally altered the balance of power. By leveraging advanced military tactics and sustained pressure, Hezbollah forced Israel into a ceasefire it didn't want. Critics argue that Hezbollah serves Iranian interests, but its actions have proven one thing: Israel's ability to dictate terms in the region is fading. While the world's attention often focuses on Gaza as a humanitarian crisis, recent events reveal a deeper story: resilience. Despite overwhelming odds, Gaza's resistance groups have not only survived, but have managed to challenge one of the most powerful militaries in the world. This resilience is reshaping international perceptions. For decades, Israel leveraged the Holocaust narrative to garner sympathy and support, but today the plight of Gaza is rewriting that story. Global protests and shifting alliances indicate that sympathy for Israel is waning. Netanyahu's vision of a greater Israel extending dominance across the region is now a fading dream. The ambitious rhetoric of settlements, control, and military superiority has been replaced by a harsh reality. Israel is struggling to maintain its current borders, let alone expand them. The resistance in Lebanon and Gaza has shown that Israel's military might has limits. The question is no longer about expansion, it's about survival. In this critical moment, one thing becomes clear. Palestinian unity is not just a dream, it's a necessity. Collaboration between resistance factions in Gaza and the West Bank has demonstrated the potential for coordinated action. But unity requires bold steps. The Palestinian Authority, with its international recognition, must step up to amplify the resistance's achievements. This isn't just about armed struggle, it's about translating battlefield victories into political leverage. Global powers like the United States and Europe remain key players in this saga. Biden's administration facilitated the ceasefire with Lebanon, but Trump's potential return adds uncertainty. Will he continue his previous policies of unconditional support for Israel, or will he adapt to a shifting geopolitical landscape? Meanwhile, Europe, particularly France, is stepping into a mediating role. Could this signal a shift toward lasting peace, or is it just another attempt to manage the status quo? The ceasefires in Gaza and Lebanon offer a harsh lesson for Israel. Military dominance is no longer enough. For Palestinians and their allies, the lesson is equally clear. Resilience, when combined with unity, can challenge even the most powerful adversaries. This is a moment of reckoning for the region. The greater Israel dream is fading. The question now is, what comes next? Will this lead to a path of lasting peace, or ignite another cycle of conflict? The Middle East is at a crossroads, and the choices made today will shape its future for generations. At Primitively, we believe in asking the tough questions and exploring the deeper truths. What do you think? Is this the beginning of a new era, or just the calm before another storm? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Together, we can challenge the narratives and uncover the truth.